After Greenland, we can see that how US President Donald Trump is now actually keeping its eye towards Iran. Yes, not just that. His inclination towards Arabian Sea is getting higher day by day. His army has reached to Arabian Sea, and there have been speculation that they are planning to attack Iran now. We all saw that how there was a war, or should I say, there was this whole protest where Iranian out there were actually protesting against the Khamenei regime. They were so much fed up of the corruption, inflation, and the conservative blend which they had it. We all know that Iran had always fight for not wearing hijab. The women out there were so much harassed by the morality police out there, and that is why everybody now wants a change out there. And while protesters were protesting in Iran, Donald Trump always assured a very supportive hand towards them. He said that I will be there if any protester would be killed. I am going to take revenge out of it, and all of that. He said all of that, but nobody actually believed on Donald Trump because everybody knew that Donald Trump wanted to take out their own benefit, and those protesters were just angry from the government, but they did not left their patriotism to accept Donald Trump, and none of them wanted US presidency out here in Iran as well. So, keeping all of that in mind, right now, that is how Donald Trump is acting, and it is very, very unpredictable that what he's going to do later and all of that. See, Iran have been a very crucial issue out here. Iran has good ties with India, then Southeast Asian countries, and then you can see how they have good ties with Russia and China as well. And the US President Donald Trump has been a very has very animosity out there with Iran. Not just that, US and Israel also did a military exercise of 11 to 12 days where they were actually targeting all the nuclear asset of Iran. They almost killed the chief, or should I say, a very known scientist who were working in the entire projects, and that was something which devastated Iranians like anything. And they also complained at the court of Middle East and all of that, but nothing really happened because it's at the end of the day it's Donald Trump, so you cannot really expect that anything of a big can happen to threaten him. That is something which is so clear because he is the president of US. Now, moving forward, we saw that how now Donald Trump has been putting up their eyes on Iran, and not just that, they want to take the oil asset of Iran. But there have been a thing. US President Donald Trump out here is also finding a backup. That what if Iranians get really heavy on US army? I need to have an ally who can support me, and for that purpose, they have already taken the help of Israel. Israel is not coming at the foremost area and then fighting, because Israel is already downed with the entire war situation which they have done in Gaza. Their economy has a little crashed, their weapons and their soldiers are really tired right now, so they are not doing it now. But on the other hand, we also saw that how Israel and Benjamin Netanyahu out there was actually planning and testing its nuclear assets, and that was something which was vigilant enough. And on the other hand, we also saw that how Donald Trump was actually taking care, and or should I say, keeping an eye to the nuclear asset of Iran. So the situation between all of these countries are really, really, I would say, typical, and we need to form a thing. But now there is also an issue that Donald Trump is going to support whom? And if the war between US and Iran happens, then will China and Russia also invade in the entire thing? Because when the war was happening between Venezuela and US, when Donald Trump abducted illegally the president of Venezuela, Nicolas Maduro, at that point of time, China and Russia were really anxious enough, and they were almost about to start a war, but nothing really happened. But if now Iran will also be sailed in this manner, then there are many, many chances that these people would be fighting with each other. And there is a speculation that the how the world is revolving around, and how Donald Trump is deciding the world order, we can see that he is ardent on the fact that there would be a war, because he is doing stuff like that where almost all the countries are having miscommunication, allies are being misplaced, and almost it is forming a situation like world war. And that is something which everybody is fearing right now, that that devastation should not take place. And also on the other hand, this time, even if we have UN, still it's a very scary position to put in, because almost every single buddy out there are planning and taking over UN for Gaza peace talk. So now if Donald Trump makes something like that and replace UN, then there'll be nothing who can actually solve the war. There is nothing who can help the people who are suffering with the war. There will be no one actually who can do all of that. So it is a very spectacle time, and it's a very tensioning time right now. Let's see what happens at the end of the day. That's all for today. If you like such video, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe Global Shark. Thank you so much for watching us.